Patrick Saunders, Rocky's longtime beat writer. Well, those are the two guys that I think any organization would want. The guys that are, on expiring contracts, what's the likelihood Charlie Blackmon, Elias Díaz, Jacob Stallings, two of those three the Pirates very familiar with, having Díaz and Stallings in a time here in Pittsburgh. What's the likelihood mid-August that they're in a Colorado uniform?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think if you were going to handicap this, the number one guy to get traded, I think, would be Díaz. Not because the Rockies don't like him. They love him. He's a warrior. He's hitting, I think, 303. His home run totals aren't quite what they were a year ago when he was an all-star. But he's a warrior. He comes to play. He's a decent defensive catcher. He's a good game caller. And you're right, his contract expires. I know there are teams all over the league, the Cubs included, who need catching. I could see them moving him. They're not going to move both he and Stallings because they need some sort of veteran presence behind the plate. I think if you were going to handicap it, Díaz would be the number one guy. They also have some pitchers, some starting pitchers whose contracts expire next season. The lefty Austin Gomber, who was part of the Nolan Arenado deal, who's been a little roughed up lately, but he's pitched really well. And Cal Quantrill, who's resurrected his career, believe it or not, in Colorado and at Coors Field, because he's found that split finger pitch. He's having a terrific season. And if a contender really needed somebody, they like Quantrill a lot, but who knows? They might decide to move him too.